Okay, there is something powerful about watching a movie based on a true story. Reality can be more mind-boggling, unexpected, inspiring, or extremely annoying than anything you can think of in your hood, in your head, and movies based on true stories prove it. After all, the only thing that makes a crazy plot, point, or character even more unbelievable, but yet also believable, is knowing you could actually meet them in your everyday life. If you would recall, a few weeks ago, we talked about 5 movies based on true life story. Well, not all Nollywood movies are also work of fiction. So let's talk about 5 Nollywood movies based on true life story. This is the Top 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch me.
You're starting with Invasion 1897. This historical movie is based on the 1897 invasion of the Benin Kingdom by the British Empire. The story unfolds as British colonial force aimed to seize control of coveted rubber trees and then move into the Benin Empire to dispose its powerful ruler. The British colonial force carted off more than 3,000 pieces of Benin art and artifacts, which to date still occupy museums around the globe. The film was produced and directed by award-winning director Lancelot Oduwa-Imase.
Well, this is for people who do not really know history. That's something I've noticed in recent times. People, especially filmmakers, are making history into movies. And this is going to teach people who do not understand their own history, that this is what happened in the past and all of that. And they're really doing good. Because I've seen some historical movies in recent times, and it's made me understand some things that I was told were either myths or just rumor, and then made me understand better. So yeah, this is one of them.
I just like it when they put things like this into stories and they make people know, because of course in Nigeria, nobody studies history in secondary school any longer. And when people watch this, they can at least know something about, what has happened in Nigeria.
All right, the next movie based on a true life story is Amina. The epic film is based on the 16th century Amina, the warrior queen of Zazal, now known as Zaria in Kaduna State, who believed in the age of man in a man's world. The story of Amina is told by Izu Ojukwu, who recounts the battles and Amina's heroic exploits in a bid to grasp a destiny, focusing on an inequality battle and suppressive timeless customs.
Yeah, there have definitely been a lot of stories about Amina. This should come as no surprise to anyone. And so what I love most about this is the fact that even when you read the books, it doesn't stick as much as when you watch the movie. So it just makes you feel like you were alive in that time and in that era, but from the safety of your home. Thank you very much. And I absolutely love this.
And then people like this are always recognized in different ways. Like we have Amina Hall, Moremi Hall. Yeah. In different schools, they name different things about these historical people.
That's all right. I lived in Moremi Hall before. 93 Days. Let's talk about it. The movie story is based on the heroes of the battle against Ebola. It shows how the first responders, Dr. Stella Ameyo Adadevo, inclusive our first consultant medical center, quickly deduced the complicity of the case of Patrick Sawyer, a Liberian American who was admitted for fever-like symptoms. Suddenly, they are in a race against time to contain a deadly disease from breaking out and becoming an epidemic nationwide.
Yeah, I'll say maybe this is one of the fastest ones that came out.
Because,
I mean, we're still in the era, really. And, it's the way they immortalize these people who need to be immortalized. I mean, she gave her life for countless people, for literally, let me just say the world at this point in time. And it's just nice to see that she's recognized. And it was such a good movie.
It was a good one. All right, also on our list we have is Sakaba. The 2000 Nollywood movie is based on true life events of a group of men with diabolical powers who made it their responsibility to eradicate corruption and purge their land of evil men. Sakaba is an anagram for Bakassi Boys, a special vigilante group who was fighting against crimes like armed robbery and murder. The film is also based on the battle against a popular, powerful sorcerer Eddie Nago, who aided robbers, did human sacrifice, and was also in possession of illegal firearms. The Bakassi boys failed in many attempts to capture the sorcerer before finally apprehending him.
Yeah. So this one just tells a different side of the country. I mean, now we've talked about the one about Ebola, and then we've talked about other
Heroes
ones. But then
and
this
all
one,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
So now there's also this one, and now shows you that this is part of the things that we have as our culture.
Yeah.
And as much as people might be in diaspora and maybe not remember their culture, it's nice to be able to see this, go out, watch these things, and feel like you're still at home.
Yeah.
All right, and well, this is the final one, but not the least. Ayinla. This Tunde Kelani film is based on the life of Ayinla Yusuf, popularly known as Ayinla Omowura, an Akpala musician who was stabbed to death by his manager named Bayewu in a bar fight on May the 6th, 1980 at Abeokuta. The story kicks off at a pivotal moment in Ayinla's life. However, the film is not entirely a biopic of the musician's life. Adedimeji Lateef, who plays the lead role, steps up to the plate as he embodies the role so much that Lateef stops existing and Ayinla takes over, according to movie pundits.
I love this one.
Yeah, no, you definitely
And
said you liked it when you watched it.
And then
yes.
I love the fact that at the beginning of the film, they had the state governor and some members of his band and a couple of people that knew his story talk about very, very important details about Ayinla Omowura. And then when you watch the film, man, you feel like you were in his time and age. Like Lateef Adedimeji rightly embodied the character.
Yes, he definitely did. All right, guys, that is all we can take on a Daily Top 5. What Are You Watching is coming up next. Stay tuned.